Sweet. Okay, cool. So we are live. You're live, 3:35 on the East Coast, whatever time it is, wherever you are, but it's January 8th, 2025. It's like saying that is sounds kind of wild. Do us a favor in the chat. You guys, will you put your Instagram handles in the chat? Of course, if you're not driving, because I know we have some new people and obviously our OGs. I want to make sure everyone is following each other so we could all be um, supporting each other on social media. I'm really just Serena Forster. It's pretty easy. Just the way you spell Forster is not like the Subaru. Courtney, I think Courtney used to have some really funny tag, but now I think it's just Courtney Mitchell. Very, very simple. Hey, Courtney Mitchell. There we go. Robbie has to make things complicated. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna start this off with a little bit of a bang. There's a saying that network marketers use, or there's a saying that they use in network marketing. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it before, but the saying is that it's easier to give birth than it is to revive the dead. All right, so but if you haven't figured out already, when it comes to network marketing or being a network marketer, I am the antithesis of that. I am the anti-network marketer. So I strongly believe that that statement, it's easier to give birth than it is to revive the dead, is false. It basically means it's easier to go out and find someone new, AKA find a motivated new leader, than it is to revive an old leader who has fallen off. All right. So, well, yes, you should actively and always be recruiting and finding new people to join your team to pay it forward. It is not harder to revive an old leader who has fallen off. So, my friends, if you are on this call, or if you are on this call and you have leaders who have fallen off the wagon, or if you are brand spanking new and you maybe have even fallen off, I'm telling you this, circumstances change. And guess what? So does the calendar. All right. So while you may have teammates that have fallen off last year, or maybe even the year before, or even maybe even the month that you joined, or maybe you're on this call listening right now and you have fallen off. It's January 8th, 2025, and we all start at zero. We are all a unified team who is doing things differently than your typical network marketer. So, the greatest way to revive your business or start your business is to get to calls like this. It's to immerse yourself in our community, into our trainings, into our wellness family, into our corporate family. Because when you carve out time to do this work, this very heartfelt work, you are more apt to steer the course when things get hard. And spoiler alert, they get hard. Okay. So we're going to dive in. I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully that resonated a little bit with you. And hopefully it helps you start writing on that piece of paper that you brought with you the names of people who joined you when you first started. And hopefully you put next to their name a date and a time that you're going to get together or reach out to that person to ask them what their circumstances are for January 2025. Okay. I have a brand new person who is not really brand new. They actually joined me the week I started Checkly, which is almost 4 years ago. The week I started Checkly, they joined me and they hit director pretty fast on. And then life happened and they fell off. Life happens to all of us, right? Some of us can weather the storm and still continue to grow our businesses. But for some, they take a back seat in their business and their business is the first thing to go. But they reached out to me last week and said, you know what? This is my year. This is my time. My wellness is in check. I've hit my goals in my own fitness and wellness journey. I'm ready to pay it forward and I want to go all in with you. Can I rejoin the team? There are people that are sitting in their offices, in their cars at pickup line, waiting and wishing that you would just reach back out to them and tell them what's going on. But we feel like we are bugging them because they fell off for a reason. They're waiting for you to reach out to them. So I hope you're writing down those people's names. I hope you're logging into your back office and looking at the people that joined you on day one or last month or 6 months ago, and you're going to connect with them after this call. So let me share my screen. Give me, of course, a thumbs up. I have some really exciting stuff to share. today that I'm pumped about. I had just got off the call with a presidential master coordinator at Shackley, and we are, I'm excited. I'm excited. Give me a quick thumbs up if you can see this. 2025 kickoff. Yes or no? Robbie, can you see it? Cool. Here we go. So Robbie's here. He is not on our team, but he is an honorary. He's our team mascot. The mascot name is Roberto. I just gave that to him because he's here to cheer us on. We're going to hear from him more momentarily. So enjoy the ride, Robbie, while you're here. This is
I
what we're going to
will. I
do.
definitely will.
Cool.
So,
Okay. Hopefully you can steal that. It's easier to give birth than to revive the dead and then flip it because you can absolutely revive the lifeless in this business. I promise. All right. One, why are you here? Two, team training. Three, Robbie and what's new. And four, team events and prizes. So stick around because it is going to continue to get good, not just with the slides, but with the people on this call. So you're here to make an impact, right? We all have different goals. We all have different commitment levels. And so sometimes it's hard to do calls where we're all a part of it. I like to break down calls sometimes where people have similar goals as myself or similar goals as each other. We have different team chats going on that do just that. But it really is important to know that you are a part of a bigger community, of a team, of a team that has heart, which is what you're a part of. So we're all here to make an impact. You get to decide how big, how small, what size that impact is, but we are here to do it together. If you have never read our mission statement, which is on our Facebook page, I'm just going to rattle it off really, really quickly. Maybe some resonates with you, maybe it doesn't. I sure hope it does, because again, you are on this team. So who we are? Well, we are obsessed with impact. We lead people to better health and financial freedom. We don't accept the world as it is today. Okay. We never moan or whine about the way things are. We just transform it and lead the change. We dream, we plan, and we execute, but we turn our words into action because a lot of people just love to talk. We take those words and we turn them into action, and we go above and beyond to help someone else. We always give more value than we expect to receive. We know the huge impact will lead to a beautiful income. That is very true. We will share our true self and show vulnerability. We refuse to share a false, filtered life. We are in a passionate state. We are loving life. We're alive. People are coming in. We are in a passionate state. We are loving life, loving, alive, vivid, fulfilled, and live life under God's terms. We are motivated. I can't even say that without Gail teary-eyed. We are motivated knowing every day is an opportunity to inspire people with passion, confidence, and impact the world. We will commit and set aside time each day to do our daily vitals to grow our business. Again, different commitment levels come with different time frames. You're going to choose how long you take to do your daily vitals, right? It's going to be different than the person in the next square below you. But
And as long as you leave
have
some
them.
for me, because I was going to have some.
Okay. We will do it together, and we will utilize our page for support and celebration rather than to gripe or waste time. We will always find a way. If you ask Robbie any qualities, and he's told me this many, many times, if you ask Robbie any qualities, and I maybe have one good quality, Robbie will tell you Serena finds a way. And I've heard him say it on many calls. And I'm okay sharing that with you because it is the one good thing that I have mastered to do. Okay. We will always find a way. So if there is something that you are wanting and I can help rub off on you, reach out and I will help you find a way. All right. So why? Why are you here? I don't know. I don't know why you decided to get your laptop out or pull over or take time out of your day to sit down at your kitchen table to show up to this call. It's so important that you understand why you're here. So write that down. Literally, a team call. Why did you show up? Is it because you needed a boost, a little dopamine of like-minded community, right? I know you didn't just show up to listen to me speak. There is something that pulled you to log in, to watch the replay, or to come live. Do you feel like you have to? You know what? That's okay too. If you're like, you know what? Serena is bugging me. I have to. That's okay too. I'll be the bold, gentle nudge to help you do things that's going to help move your business forward. But what is it? Why are you here today? Write it down. Okay. If you're brand new, I'm jumping right into a real simple training, and it's just about not being awkward. I think that when we get on this journey, we start to feel all of these wild emotions that are pulling us in different directions. And we somehow decide that we have to become somebody different than we are. And then that makes us come off really fake, really filtered, and really awkward. If you're naturally an awkward person, then that's just fine. That's just who you are. But if being awkward feels uncomfortable and icky, then let's stop, take a step back and realize, oh my gosh, I'm just here to share what I'm loving. I'm just here to share what's working for me. I'm just here to present a new wellness routine to somebody because I want to make their day a little bit easier, a little bit better. So here's a little bit of verbiage if you want to screenshot. This is just, again, speaking from your heart when you're brand new, when you're trying to like get outside and finally share what you're up to. This can maybe jog your mind when thinking about how you want to send information or how you want to share what you're up to. Take a screenshot and you can share that. And if you're new or you are being revived and resuscitated right now, when do you start? When you have time. You definitely start by looking at your calendar and being like, when do I have time? No, that is not true. You're never going to make time to do something new, scary, or daunting. You're going to start now because you're not going to learn everything that there is to know. That will take you forever. I'm still learning. I learn something new every single day. I ask Robbie, I reach out, I'm like, am I doing this right? You're going to learn something new every single day, but why not earn and make a difference while you're learning? So today is the day that you start. And showing up to this call shows that you are ready today. So I sent you guys an email a little while ago and it had an attachment in it and it's so simple. It's simply a Google Doc that has 10 spots for every single month. Every single month, you are going to fill those spots with 10 people that you want to help change their routine, starting, of course, with January. So I asked Courtney to send me hers because I'm very bold and bossy with Courtney because I can be. She gave me permission, I promise. Maybe. Did you give me permission? She said no. I just took the permission. She gave me
permission.
permission.
It's fine.
I promise. So I asked her to fill it out and I want her to just, I'm gonna pick a couple names that she gave me on the list. And I want to see how she speaks about the people that she wants to help and at what part in the discovery process she's at. So for me, here's what my impact list looks like. This is a very kind of generic way that I run my business. Because the Ready Set Wellness Bundle is where 99% of your clients are going to start, I turned that into the process of where I am when it comes to these people. So I have a list. Of course, my list is very long, but here's just an example of the top ones that I'm working with right now. So ready is when they've showed interest. Ready is when they're like, tell me more. Okay. Set is when they've ghosted me and they haven't pulled the trigger yet. There's a lull happening. Maybe they skip past the set. Maybe they go right to the wellness. When they get to the wellness, that's when they've pulled the trigger. They're on their way. They become a part of the Shackley membership family and they get their brand new email in their inbox. All right. So that's how I kind of categorize all of the people that I'm working with, whether it's on Facebook, in person, in Instagram. I know where they're at any given time. So Eric right now is still in the, I know what his discovery is. I know what his problems are. Okay. There's your ready. Uncover what their problems are. Find a solution for them. Tell them that you have a plan for them. Give them their plan. Provide them with what they need to order. For the most part, if you do this correctly, you don't even go to set. Set is just gone. It goes right to wellness and they pull the trigger. Megan and I have been going over this a long time. She just joined us. Huge shout out to Megan, who is already 4 new clients in. She's well on her way to her second star club. We've already mapped out her goals. She's a rock star. She's sitting there. Hello. Hello, Megan. So we've talked about how discovery works and how uncovering people's problems and telling them, I have a solution. I have a plan for you. Are you ready to hear it? I promise you, people are just looking for a virtual hand, not a hand out, a hand up, and a locking of hands. They are looking for someone to lock arms with. Tell them, I may not know it all, but I can show you where I started. I have a plan for you. Are you ready to hear it? That goes and holds so much weight. So in that email that I sent, it's just an opportunity for you to write down names, because when you write down names, it means that they mean something to you, as they should, right? We're here to make an impact and a difference. So attaching their name to this VIP list or this impact list of what I'm calling it gives you weight. It gives you accountability too, to be like, there's somebody out there that needs my help, that needs clean, needs pure, needs personalized, needs a reset, needs a cleanse. Write their name down. So that goes into our year. That goes into making an income, you know? So here is a tracker, which I will post. It's already posted actually in our team page. Here's our 2025 tracker. It's so simple. And if you love pen to paper, you're going to love printing this and putting it wherever you work or wherever you know, in your work bag or tape to your mirror or wherever. It's such a great feeling to check things off and to move your business forward. So, sponsoring and retention points. Robbie can go over some minor changes that our elite program has taken. There's a few, and there's some awesome, really new categories that you're going to earn points for, which are going to go towards our Los Cabos trip in 2026, which is very exciting. Team building points, activity points, all the things. Month 2 plus orders, you guys, that is a brand new part of this program. So when you bring somebody in who joins you in November and December or January, and they order again in March or this month, you're going to get that month 2. You're going to get those 2 points, right? That shows loyalty. And that's going to help you continue moving your business forward, creating that momentum. All right. So before we hear from Robbie, actually, let's just hear from Robbie because team events and prices come after.
Awesome. Well, I just want to pitch in on the loyalty aspect of that VIP Elite. They also added, so if they don't come back on that second order and it's not a loyalty order, you're still going to get points for that. You're still going to get at least 1 point for the reorder. But if you get them on a loyalty order, so for example, if I signed up in January and I put it straight on loyalty, the next order I would get 2 points on. So my month 2 order, I'd get 2 points on. If I don't put it on loyalty until February, then I would technically not get 2 points for that order until March. So there's benefits to talk about loyalty with people from day one when you sign them up, whether they're a member or an ambassador, because not only are they earning points for free product, but I think it simplifies it. It simplifies it for them. It simplifies it for you. You know, they know that their vitamins, they know that their shakes are coming. They're trying new things. They can edit that loyalty program or order. So I love the loyalty program. I think it's fantastic. I think a lot of people love it. And so keep pushing that, because seriously, the loyalty orders are awesome, and they help you to know exactly where you're at least by the 15th when those loyalty orders are going out. So, okay. That was boring. I know. Sorry. That is the non-sexy stuff of the business. And I would agree. Katie's like, yeah, that was lame. You know? No, I'm honestly, I'm just, excited to be here. Honestly, it's as I'm an account executive. So what that means is I work with the film. So people who hit executive and above, I am basically another pair of eyes. I'm helicoptering up. I'm looking at the business. I'm making sure that like numbers are going well. You got questions, you got concerns, like what are you hearing in the field? I filter those questions to Roger in essence. And so I'm able to be your ears and your mouth to the corporate team. I'm here to support you if you have, team leaders or leaders that need help. So that is my responsibility as an account executive. I joined Shaklee 6.5 years ago. It really doesn't even feel that long ago. And the reason why I joined Shaklee is there's a ton of different reasons. I mean, I could say that it's people like Serena, it's people like you guys, it's teams that are growing and honestly, but my good friend Jeff, he called me 6.5 years ago and he's like, hey, I want you to come to Shaklee with me. I was at a different company. So I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm not going to Shaklee. Calls me a second time. I really want you to be here. I'm like, no, I'm good. Third time, he says, there's some products on your doorstep. Just try them, give it a shot. I know that you feel like you have to have that kind of that belief behind a product to join a company. I said, okay, sounds good. Stopped drinking Shakeology and started taking Life Shake, started taking the vitalizing plan because they didn't have Meology when I started. And then he sent me Vivix. And after about a week and a half, I turned to my wife and I was like, I feel like incredible. I feel good. Like my workouts are going a lot more smooth. I feel like I don't have that like, you know, stress and not anxiety, but it's more of like the foggy mind aspect. But I just said, hey, I feel really good. I feel like my workouts are going fantastic and I'm not as sore and I think I'm gonna do this. And she's like, are you sure? Like, hey, I'm behind you 100%. And I jumped in with my buddy Jeff, and I haven't looked back. But another thing that I did was research the company, and I'm sure all of you have done that. I was super impressed. I nerd out over science. My undergrad is biology. I love, short-term, medium, and long-term clinical trials. I will take the time to read through clinical trials. Most people are like, oh, that is like the most boring thing in the world. Like
Oh, wait,
I
you got a girl applauding you right now. Holly Cody just joined our team and she's like, I'm such a nerd with this stuff. I am having so much fun learning about all of these trials.
that was me. That was definitely me. I nerd out over that stuff and it really impressed me in knowing that Shaklee is the only network marketing company on in the industry that can claim to be the most clinically proven company, wellness company in the industry, which is 100% the truth. We are the only company that has a 50-year span of clinical trials. No other company can say that. And not only no one else can say that, every other company has done their own clinical trials where we went to a third party highly regarded university and said, do this, and we want you to post it, whether it's good or bad. And that to me shows that Roger had belief behind his products. He felt like we're making our products top notch, and that was again impressive, very impressive to me. I can go on. I'm not going to bore you over, products up in space and Dr. Shaklee's story. Like I'm extremely impressed with Shaklee. I'm extremely impressed with the people who are joining. This team being one of them. Like this team is responsible for majority of the growth that's going on in Shaklee right now. Like that is why like I feel like it's a privilege to work with this organization, this team, and with Serena because this team is part of that growth that we're experiencing. Like Shaklee has never gone through this much growth ever. And we're experiencing massive growth and we're on a trajectory of becoming the next $1 billion wellness company, which is exciting to me. Has it taken them a lot longer because they missed the social media craze as like every other company out there? Yeah, we did. They did miss that. But that's why we're here And that's why we're growing. And that's why we're starting to see this massive influx of leaders coming over, is because of you guys and what you guys have established and the culture you've established here at Shackley. So pat yourselves on the back, because seriously, we would not be where we are at as a company without this team. And I think that that is something that you guys need to realize. I told Roger, I was like, hey, I'm jumping on Serena's team call. Anything you want me to pass on? He's like, you let them know I freaking love that team. Like Roger loves this team. He knows you guys. He's aware of your numbers. He's, I mean, he is, I don't know if I'm supposed to show this, but I share a document of all the people I talk to, and it goes through, hey, here's the numbers that they're going through. And he loves that stuff. He loves looking at Serena's numbers. He loves looking at Courtney's numbers. He loves looking at Lisa's numbers. And he's like, okay, they're doing good things. Like, this is awesome, right? So he's very aware of your team and what you guys are doing. So that is why I'm here. I think that that's an important piece that I wanted to just plug in and let you know that I'm here as a resource for you, not just for Serena, but for this whole team. If you guys have questions or concerns or things that you feel like, you know what, I need corporate to hear this, you call me and I will make sure that you are heard. And it's just not falling on deaf ears. It's falling on a CEO that really does care about the field and wants you guys to be successful. Okay. Serena, do you want me to go into February's promotions, or do you want me just to stop there? Because I've talked a long time.
No, what about, so other than, so January promotions is the free, over $200, the Shaker Cup, correct?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm going to be honest. I was not thrilled about the promotion this month. And we're trying to simplify things where we're only moving to one promotion a month, because we were like here and over here, and shoot, I forgot to put this promo code in. And so we're just like, okay, let's simplify things. But when Kelly Wilson came to us and was like, hey, I think this is like the greatest thing since sliced bread, a Shaker Cup for a $200 order, we were like, cool. Like that's cool. But that's not what we were thinking. But so February is going to be a whole lot better. We got some awesome things coming. It'll be like a list of products where it's like, if you pick 3 and you put 3 or more of those products in your cart, you'll get a 15% discount in your cart. So we love doing those. We feel like that will be a lot more successful. So that's February's promotion, and I'll send Serena the promo code so that she'll be aware, and she can post that in the team page. But are there any questions in general? Any questions about VIP Elite? Any questions about the new gold tracker in your back office? Hopefully you guys did not miss the Saturday broadcast. We kind of covered the new gold tracker under the Me tab in your back office. And under goals, it's my goals. You click on that, you go in there, you can add your goals and what you're exactly pushing for, and they'll populate and tell you exactly what you need to do. There's that, and then VIP Elite. So I'll stop. Any questions, any concerns that we as corporate need to be aware of? Yes.
So so quarterly incentive kicks off. You know, we obviously work in quarters when it comes to our points that lead obviously to our trip. But along the way, you're going to be rewarded for staying on track, steering the course, making as big of an impact as you can by helping the most amount of people. 50 points, correct? 50.
Yes. So if you earn all 4 quarterly incentives, you're going to get an additional 50 points at the end of the year to help you, to kind of get you to whether it's the next rung within Elite, where I'm going from bronze to silver, silver to gold, gold to platinum. That though any extra points at the end of the year, trust me, it helps, especially if you're pushing for gold Elite.
And when will we see those points for 2024? Do you know?
Yes, we have a meeting scheduled on the books for the 12th, where the whole sales business development team will get together. We look at finalized numbers, make sure everything is good, and then those will be updated. So.
Okay. Cool. So the walking pad is our incentive for the first quarter, which is so cool. Yes. I told Michael that, and he was like, "What's a walking pad?" I'm like, "It's a treadmill with no rails." Right? That's how you would describe it.
Exactly what it is. It's I'm standing behind my desk and I'm walking, and that's the beauty about it. So
I don't know if I would be able to work and walk. I can't. I'm one of those people like chew gum and walk at the same time, but it's fine. I'll just walk.
Yeah.
Just walk. Robbie, stick around for a couple more minutes as I wrap up because this will be a fun announcement for you too. So I'm going to share some of the company-wide events for 2025 and 2025, in fact, and then some of our team events. But first, I want to tell you that this is kind of just attaching on to our training. The bigger, you might want to write this down. The bigger the problem, the bigger the paycheck. So if you feel like you have really big problems right now, my friends, take a big look in the mirror and smile because you, in fact, could tap into a much bigger paycheck. All right. So the bigger the problem, the bigger the paycheck. Listen, after 11 years in this profession, every single thing that happened to me in business and personally has set me up for the person that I am today and is setting me up for the person that I will be tomorrow, which is, of course, attempting, always striving to be the best version of myself. Let me tell you, the lows in business for me were pretty low. Robbie's here to attest to that. But I didn't let them stay that way. I got knocked down multiple times. Knocked down while I was already knocked down, already on the ground getting knocked down. So if you ever hit a bumpy road, or as I like to call it, Suckville, embrace the suck and start over again. Everywhere you go, there you are, right? You can't escape you. Wherever you go, there you are. So if you aren't working on yourself, then this is all for nothing. Okay, so you have to work on yourself and you have to be willing to overcome those limiting beliefs. You have to be willing to work on your confidence daily. Sometimes I get messages from you all, and it seems like you're trying to tell me that you're frustrated. But how about instead of getting frustrated, we get fascinated? We get fascinated with what the people on our team are doing that we are not, or fascinated by the mentors that we have. What are they doing? I'm guessing it's simply just showing up in a creative, bold, and intentional way that might be missing every single day. Sometimes I get messages that we're a little bitter, right? We're a little bitter with maybe some changes that are happening. Well, we all know, well, most of us know the statement is what? We either get bitter or we get better. Okay. And I am only wanting to lock arms with women who want to get better, and so should you. And there are going to be days where we feel the itch. We feel the itch of being a little bit bitter. We have to overcome those feelings. Right now is the time that we develop those strong skills that help us overcome the bitter. Now is the time that we develop learning what is going on in our marketplace because it is ever changing like every single day. Now's the time that we set realistic goals for the month ahead and, of course, the year that's in front of us, right? We can either make money or we can make excuses, but you can't do both. You can either make an impact or we can make excuses, but we can't.
Serena, that makes me think of, have you ever read the book Rhinoceros Success by Scott Alexander?
No, but I will.
It is, honestly, I love it. He talks about, he says like the mindset of rhinos, okay, like they're thick skinned, they're focused, they're persistent. He talks about how rhinos, the secret of success is to charge at your goals like a rhinoceros. No fear, no doubt, just focus and determination. And he goes in through their thick skin. They don't let rejection or setbacks derail your efforts. He talks about focus, keeping your eyes on your goals, no matter the distractions. But what I love about, he talks about persistence, charge forward even when it's hard. But he says rhinoceroses don't graze with cows. Cows are lazy. Okay, they want to graze, they want to do nothing. Rhinoceros are out in the jungle, they're charging at life, they're full speed ahead, and they're not taking the nose personal. They're just going after their goals. They're going after what they need. And I love that analogy because there's a lot of things he goes through in the book, but he talks about what Serena just says, showing up daily, even when it's tough, being a product of the product, use and believe what you sell. inspire, others through, your work ethic and results. But he goes through a bunch of other things. But the last two quotes that I wrote down as Serena was talking, because I'm like, man, this is like exactly what I just got done finishing. Rhinoceroses run in herds, but each one charges with individual determination. And then he goes into the harder you charge, the stronger you become. And I think that if I could wrap up everything that Serena just said, hey, like if we just charge forward, even when crap is happening, like you're going to become stronger and you're going to be the one that everyone's looking at and they're going to be like, that's one strong rhino. She's not a cow. She's not the grazing and doing nothing. She's the one that's going after her goals. So just wanted to kind of input that.
I love that. Yeah, it makes so much sense, right? Dive into the problem, right? The bigger the problem, the bigger the paycheck. Dive into the problem. So create the solution. You have a problem. We're going to create the solution. You're going to create the solution. What is it? Is it not getting up to work your business the same way that you were? You have the power to solve that problem. Is it not spending time learning about the marketplace, right? We have the capacity to solve that problem. Is it not working your business like a business and instead like a hobby? We have the power to solve that problem. When you attack those problems like a rhino, right? You go into it, you lean into it, and you find a solution, the bigger the paycheck. Like, kind of goes hand in hand. I like that rhino. Let's have a rhino. I don't know. In my world, rhino is not a good thing, but we'll flip it.
Hey, it is a good thing. According to Rhinoceros Success,
Okay, yeah.
Good thing, guys.
We are not going political here. It's not that call.
Not that rhino. Not that rhino.
You guys are awesome. I want to hear from Courtney for just a hot second, and then I'm going to share with you what's happening for conference and post-conference. Courtney, will you do me a favor and tell me, there's a woman on the list that you sent me, and her name is Steph Seiko. Where are you at with her?
That's so funny. So we've gone back and forth like a jillion, billion times. I've gone through like the quiz with her. I've gone through like getting her, she's ready. I want to do it. And then she just like, it always ends like, it always just like flatlines. Like, and I'm like giving CPR. So it's been like maybe 6 months and I've just been like nothing. And then just recently, she just been like igniting on all my stuff. Yeah, for sure. And so then she finally reached out about the wands and she's never talked about that before. And so I finally was like, dude, like shit or get off the pot. What are you doing? I'm over this. You know what I mean? Like I was really, and she's like, okay, I think I'm ready. So, I mean,
awesome. And I just picked number 7 in the list that you sent me. But what about, so yes, I agree with being very bold when it comes to people who have been ghosting you and you're just like, I'm trying to resuscitate this person. You guys, I follow up with people till they die. I know that sounds super morbid, but I am telling you, the winners are the people who follow up. That is what this business is all about. The more that when you post on social media, that's a blueprint. That's walking into a restaurant and the host is handing you a menu and seating you at a table. If no one comes to take your order, you're left and to go to a different restaurant because you're starving. Okay. So following up is really the only way to begin this business and to get really, really good at following up and to get really, really good with being bold. The more that you do it, the better that you get at it. So again, Courtney's been doing this for a long time. I'll raise your 6 to 12 times for each individual, all the way up to 30.
Rob. Oh, I'm like 100.
So Courtney's been with me almost since the beginning.
Hey, the only reason I say 6 to 12 is because when I did door-to-door sales, I did door-to-door sales in college. And after the 12th time, I would have guns in my face. So it was...
Well, that's the key. So that's the key is to ask your people, I'm ready to take you off my VIP list. I'm ready. I'm ready to stop, right? I'm ready to take you off my VIP list, or I'm ready to take you off my impact list. Never be afraid to let them know that you wrote them down on your impact list, right? That actually makes them feel, they're like, what? You wrote my name down? There are notebooks that are in, my drawer. All of your names are written on them. like multiple times. You have been written, your name has been written on multiple, pages. That means something. Like, so when you tell somebody, I'm ready to scratch your name off, it's okay if you even said that screenshot of you like scratching their name off so they can see it. That holds weight and sometimes helps them realize, oh my God, there's a real person behind this phone. There's a real person behind this that actually wants to help. You already know there are countless things out there that you want. You've seen someone share something and you're like, I really want that. But you're not going to you don't want to reach out. You don't want to follow up. That's not your job. It's their job to get in touch with you to say, how can I make this easier for you to order? So there's a sentence. How can I make this easier for you to pull the trigger? What do you need from me? Is it? And then of course you want to give them some ideas, right? Like Kirsten just says, giving them an out. Do you want me to follow up with you when I do my next cleanse? People really appreciate that. Yes, it's true. I am not one to use the words follow up. I don't ever, I usually try and like use a different verbiage because as women, we get really emotionally attached to certain words like follow ups, sometimes scary, cleanse is scary, think, thought. So I'm like a little psychological when it comes to those words, but absolutely like just
Don't say anything I just wrote, basically.
no. Do you want me
I'm
to
just kidding.
no? Do you want me to get back with you? Do you want me to get back with you, on this date? Or do you want me to never talk to you? You want me just to like, is this where we say goodbye? That's okay. That's absolutely okay because yes, this is personal, of course, but it's also your business, right? And you just want to be very straightforward and honest and come from a giver's heart to say, like, I have a plan for you. If you're wanting to hear it, and have me present it, awesome. I have a solution for you too. Do you want it? Yes or no? And go from there. So again, we follow up until people die. We just get more creative. We either share new information, we give more reason to pull the trigger, or of course, we just get really, really, really bold. So awesome, Courtney. I would get back with her and say, today's the day. What do you need from me? And then give her two situations. Yeah, today's the day. What do you need from me? Do you need me to order for you? Or do you have this on your own? Sometimes open-ended questions make people feel confused and they're so busy they don't want to respond to that. So give them two scenarios, and the last scenario is the one you want them to do. Okay. So you give them one option, which is the one you don't really want them to choose, and then the next option, which is the one you want them to choose. So, Robbie, stick around again. Also, what are the exact dates? Remind us for the exact dates for Summit.
I gotta pull up my calendar too. I don't have it like memorized. I should have that memorized.
I know it's 16th.
It is this. It is the 16th. I'm trying to remember.
I believe it's June 16th through the 18th.
Yeah, they want you to get there the 16th. So yeah, 16th through the 18th. I've heard a lot of teams that are staying till the 19th to do like team stuff after, but yeah. I would do that.
So it's in Chicago this year, everybody. Before we touch on that, jot these dates down. January 22nd, we're going to have a team-wide virtual business opportunity call. It'll be late afternoon for the West Coast and early evening for the East Coast. I do need co-hosts for this, so please volunteer as soon as possible. Whether you are brand spanking new or you've been with me for a long time, this is your opportunity to just share 1 to 3 minutes, and I will give you a prompt as well to help if you need it. This will be something that you will want to invite anybody. January is a huge month for people who are realizing they need a change. They need more income. They need more wellness, right? They need to pivot in whatever they're currently doing. And we want to make sure that you are at the forefront of their mind when they are coming up with what they're going to do. I see a chat. And do we have times? Yes, 4:30 West Coast, 7:30 East. January 27th, we're going to do in the Wellness Club, a virtual 7-day hormone reset. The 5-day reset is out of stock. Ravi is doing everything in his power to go and make it not be. Right? So until then, we're going to roll with the hormone side of things to help people reset their liver, balance their hormones, reset their metabolism, reset factory settings. If you look in the Wellness Club, you'll see I broke down exactly what the 7-day cleanse is in the event section. You use some of that, snag some of that, and share some of that in your stories. It's really, really palpable information that people, especially right now, are wanting and needing to do. So create the buzz and invite now to that January 27th group. Of course, you guys, the Ready Set Wellness Bundle is $100 off right now. You never know when that's going to change. So you can always share that it is over $100 off. And the 7-day cleanse is their special gift, right? Get creative in how you're speaking, about these bundles or this particular bundle. I always share that the Ready Set Wellness is right now over $100 off. Free membership, free shipping. Today's the day. January 27th is go time for the hormone reset. January 29th, we'll do a really fun team training as we we do a really fun boost at the end of the month. So we all rally the troops. We go hard to the paint, as my husband says. So join that call because it is always fun to know that you're not alone. You're not on an island. Team and company-wide events in April of 2025. Courtney, Lisa, myself, Kirsten, we are all heading to Punta Cana with Roberto as well. That is the Caribbean or the Dominican Republic. Very exciting. But again, you're here to revive or restart or start your business. And guess what? We are all wanting you to be in Los Cabos in 2026. That is what we are all working towards. And we all started out at 0. Megan had to hang up. Megan is the one who was leading the way with well over 20 points in elite points already. Huge shout out to her. So awesome. Courtney already has stars on the board, almost has her first Star Club underway. I think you're like $40 away. That's how it works. I am too. I blame the reset. Just kidding. We don't blame here. We just find a way. We find a way.
We find a way. Honestly, we had no idea we were going to sell 6 months worth of resets in 25 days. So,
and I will be a strong. I wrapped up day 5. I wrapped up day 5 yesterday. I am completed. I am here to tell you it is the greatest thing ever. It is so simple, so easy. I have never felt more refocused and dropped weight without even trying. Like I'm back. I'm back and ready to rock. So I am so pumped for this to actually get back on the shelves because my testimony, along with the crew that's doing it right now in the Wellness Club, is going to be so powerful and so huge. Guess where we're going? The end of conference or post-conference. Sign us up. We are heading to Lake Minnesota to join myself and Mr. Sean Gray. Maybe you want to come, Robbie?
Yeah, I'll go to that one. That one's awesome. Dude, Sean is amazing. So for those that have not heard Sean speak, you got to be there. So
Sean Gray has been with this company for many, many, many years. He is a true gift and a true friend. And we are locking arms this year to help elevate and level up all of our impacts and our businesses. But we're also here to have a really, really good time together too. And this is going to be just that. This will be an earned retreat. So stay tuned for all the news that's fit to print for this. Some screenshots of the views in Lake Minnesota. We're heading to Fargo, people.
right where you want to be in the summer, Fargo, Minnesota.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So that's all the news that's fit to print on my end. And I'll just finish by saying the mind is just like a muscle, right? The more that we exercise it, the stronger it gets and the more it can expand. So I am here to work our muscles together. I'm in Virginia. You might be, in Florida or New Jersey or Pennsylvania, wherever you are. Just know when you're working your business, I probably am too. So feel free to reach out. And if I'm working my business, Courtney probably is too. So feel free to reach out to her. And even if it's the crack of dawn, Robbie responds, let me just tell you. So if you're working your business, he probably is wanting to help you with yours. So don't hesitate to reach out as well. Let's take a big picture and then let's get you on your way. I know some people had to go and we will send the recording out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Awesome job, guys. Thank you for all your input, Kirsten. Always so great. I would love for you to lead us out in prayer, if that's okay for you. I know that there are some people struggling right now in California. That's where I'm from. And I know Holly's in California and all the fires and whatnot. So if you want to help us pray over them and then also over our businesses, we would love that.
Can you guys hear me? Are we good? All right. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you today. We just ask for protection over everyone that's been affected by the fires in California, Lord. We know that these are the schemes of the devil, and we just pray that no weapon formed against us shall prosper. And we just continue to use your word to battle the evil that is happening in this world. And I just pray that every single person that is out there that is affected, that they find a way to turn to you, because we know that you will never leave us anytime. When we're sick, you will never leave us. You will always be there for us. I pray that if there's any way that we can help or assist anyone that is affected by those fires, when that time comes, that we will be open to serve, and just know that the one thing that we can do is pray for those people. So we just pray for the protection, their peace, and just, Lord, just be with the firefighters, the families, and just extinguish these fires, help them find a way. And we pray that through this tragedy, we can put on our rose-colored lenses and know that there's good, because we know that your word says that you work all things in the good for those who know and love you. So there is something good that will come of this, even through these terrible times. I pray, Lord, that we can see that good, and that we can foster that good and be the light to the people who need to see that good. And Lord, I pray over our businesses. I pray that we keep in mind who we are and what we stand for, and that we are servants. We are a light for others. We aren't here to be selfish and run our business in a way that is about us. I pray that when people come to our team, when people come to our businesses, that they see what we stand for, who we are, and truly where our heart is to make an impact and to help you. I pray that if they come to this team, that they know you, they know you because of who we are. And this business is not just about a vitamin or a protein supplement. This is about a legacy that we can leave for our families, a legacy that we can leave to lead people to you. I take this very seriously. This is my ministry, and I pray that people come to me, that they can just see the light of Jesus shine. And I pray that every single person knows that they have that light that they can shine on others as well. So just expand our territory. Do not let any weapon formed against us prosper. The devil will attack where he knows that your light is shining, and we are going to band together, because iron sharpens iron, to not let that bring any of us down. We will fight through those attacks. I pray in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. You're such a gift. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you.
Well, that's really sweet. Thank you.
All right, friends. I hope that you have a glorious rest of your afternoon, and we'll see you on the page and out there in the real world. Thanks, Robbie, for your time. Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Bye.